So I am going to show you how to get some insane, crazy damage numbers, not only on the Lorentz driver, but the void explosions from the Lorentz driver as well. We're talking serious damage here, serious ad clearing capabilities. Suck all these little Vex off into little holes. Look, 23k to start with. The numbers go up and up and up. You can do this really quite often as long as you've got your super. We'll show you later. Keep tuned, I'll show you the build very shortly. But again, if you keep an eye on the left hand side of the screen, all the buffs that have going on, the damage numbers that you get in here. There's no sort of burn on here. 28k damage from the void explosions, 122k damage on my Lorentz. There's a lot of buffs stacked up on that, but stay tuned and I'll show you how to achieve it. Right, I'm going to show you the build that I'm running. I'm running Void Walker on my Warlock, top tree. I like to run top tree because the grenades are disgusting. They really do a lot of damage, even in GMs, they're absolutely rinse enemies. Either one, don't really matter. Axion, Vortex, they all do some dirty damage. And I like to run the top tree because of Bloom as well. Void Explosions, absolutely love Void Explosions, which ties in with my Lorentz driver. Obviously that creates Void Explosions. I run a Fatebringer with Osmosis Firefly. Osmosis is a very good perk for this build as well because I'm going to be basing it around Elemental Wells and Battle Harmony. I will explain a bit more as I go along. Heavy wise, you can run Threaded Needle, something Void preferably, but you don't have to as long as you take advantage of Lorentz driver. Rocket launchers are strong on it as well. I did a video a couple of days back how to sort of get the best out of your rocket launchers with this build as well. I'll link that in the description as well, but I'll go over my mods now and then touch quickly on why I run the weapons as well. So again, it's based around wells. So the first couple of mods that I'll show you is creating the wells. So how I create the wells is elemental armaments, combatant, weapon, final blows that match my subclass. I have a chance to create a well, so that's roughly like 1 in 3, 1 in 4 kills with my void weapons is going to create me a void well. Again, sticking on the creation side of the wells, I'm going to run elemental ordnance. Defeating a combatant with a grenade is going to spawn me a well. Now that's a guaranteed well. Every time I get 1 kill with my grenade, it's going to spawn an elemental well every single time. So there's your two sort of creation wise wells, if you like. Now to take advantage of the wells that I'm creating, I'm going to run Font of Wisdom, so every time I pick one of these void wells up, it's going to max my intellect out for me, like instantly max it, so it gives me 100 intellect for 30 seconds. I'm also going to run Font of Might, which gives me a 25% extra damage buff for 10 seconds as long as I pick up a well and a void well, which you will do all the time. And for the last sort of mod that I run, I like this one quite a lot, Elemental Time Dilation. So elemental well mods that grant you increased limited benefits now stack. So like when I've got, for example, when I was saying about Font of Might lasting for 10 seconds, because I'm running Elemental Time Dilation, that extends it for a further 3 seconds. So it's pretty good, pretty useful. You want to get as much damage as you can for as long as possible, so an extra 3 seconds is mint. Just touch on Mantle of Battle Harmony. How I break this down is into two pieces. So like split it in half if you like in your mind. So like the first part of the exotic, when you don't have your super, when you get kills that match your subclass element, that boosts your super regain back, and that comes up on the bottom left of your screen. And then once you've got your super, so this is the second part. Once you've got your super going, instead of gaining super, because obviously you can't, what it does is it replaces your super regain with extra damage as long as you keep getting kills with that matching weapon that matches your subclass element, and that comes up on the bottom left as absorption cells. So again, it's really strong. Everything I've said stacks with this perk here, Font of Might. Your Mantle of Battle Harmony stacks with Font of Might. Really strong. The weapons, again, touch on this Lorentz driver. So how this sort of works with Mantle of Battle Harmony, as soon as I get a kill with it, as long as I've got my super, that's instantly going to proc my Mantle of Battle Harmony perk called Absorption Cells. So as soon as I get 1 kill with it, all the other explosions that come off it are all going to get buffed, like from Mantle Battle Harmony. So all them little void explosions all get the benefits of Mantle Battle Harmony and the Font of Might as well. So it's pretty strong. I'm not going to bang on and tell you about every single weapon that I run, but you can make your own minds up on it. Fatebringer, just because it's got Osmosis and Firefly. Osmosis, again, it's going to be void, so that's also going to get the buffs with that. Heavy wise, entirely up to you. I tend to stick to void, but it doesn't have to be void all the time, but you want to be obviously to take advantage of the wells and the Mantle of Battle Harmony. But I understand in some situations you might want to run something different, but as long as you can sort of get the most out of your Lorentz driver with it. And if you do want to stick to a void weapon, you've got plenty of options. Sword, Frenzy, Vorpal, whatever you want. Lasting Impression, again I did a quick video on that, I will link it in the description, how to get the best out of these rocket launchers with this build. But I'm going to let the rest of the clips run out. I hope it's enjoyable for you. So this is like the first thing you want to be doing in any scenario, is prioritise getting a kill with your grenade to spawn that well. And then pick that well up, and that's going to give you increased intellect, because you want to be getting your super up as quick as possible so you can get the extra damage on your Mantle of Battle Harmony. So this is going to max your intellect out. Bottom left of your screen, improved ability regen, that's the Font of Wisdom kicking in. As you can see here, I've picked up a couple of wells already, and I've instantly put my damage up from 40 odd K to 52,000. And then every sort of kill that I get with this on the bottom left, that's the first part of the Mantle of Battle Harmony kicking in. Energy Siphon it's called, that's giving you extra super. And like I said, it does stack with Font of Wisdom as well, as long as I keep picking the wells up. Like I said, this isn't a major clip, it's just a quick briefing before I leave the rest of the clips. I noticed when I was doing this, these two, I think there was new lights, or one of them was, they both get wrecked. Just got smashed against that wall. I thought it was pretty funny. I was laughing a little bit. But yeah, just there's me Osmosis hand cannon as well. You can use that. What I'm doing now is I'm just going to, before I let the rest of these clips run out, I'm just going to show you like how sort of relatively easy it is to get your buffs going all the time. I mean, you'll see the damage numbers going up like all of the time as well. So just keep an eye on the bottom left of the screen, the wells and that create, the numbers that you get off it, the void explosions. Honest to God, you'll love this build if you run it. But I hope you found the build usable, enjoyable. It's something that's going to be around for a while again. I won't do builds that are going to be trash next season when all the new stuff comes in. Fair enough, I might have different grenades with Void 3.0, but I think Lorentz, Mantle and a Void build is going to be very usable in like everything for a long time. So let me know what you think in the comments. I hope you enjoyed it, and take it easy. Have a nice day.